Good morning. It's Monday. Let's talk news. An employee of Yelp has been fired today after publicly announcing on her blog that she can't afford to buy food. Talia Jane, age 25, worked for customer support in Yelp and posted on her blog how she could not afford to purchase any food, publicly addressing the CEO of Yelp in this. And then the company proceeds to fire her. My initial reaction to this was, well, this is horrible. The fact that she can't afford to buy food and then goes to complain she can't buy food, and then she gets fired and can no longer buy food. It sparked kind of a debate with two different sides. One side saying kind of, oh, these millennials, they're entitled and they have no sense of value. You know, the fact that being paid minimum wage, you kind of need to learn how to manage your budget and everything. The other side is also pointing out that, well, she lived in San Francisco because that's where her work was. And rent in San Francisco, if you don't know, is really, really, really high. And in addition to that, she had to pay $12 a day just to get to her job. It got to the point where the CEO himself got involved and publicly posted on Twitter how he was not involved in any way, shape, or form with the firing of her. Which kind of makes sense, you know, that a CEO of a giant company who's a multimillionaire, like the CEO of Yelp, wouldn't go as far to go and just swipe down a minimum wage employee all the way at the lowest level just because he got called out in a blog. But still, the fact that her manager or whoever was her boss was able to fire her for something simple as that, as freedom of expression, in such a way that she's complaining, that's not right. In nerd news, we found huge ice masses on Pluto's moon Charon. These ice mountains were suspected from forming because of the planet, when it was originally forming, was really, really hot. That and the kind of the mix of radioactive materials would have made for a really hot core. So at one point on this moon, there would probably have been liquid water. And then, of course, over time, that froze because it was so far away from the sun. And as water freezes, it actually expands. Could this mean life on another planet would have been there at some point in time? Probably not. But it's fun to imagine. In the world of VR, the HTC Vive price point has come out, and it's coming out at a whopping $799. That's more than $200 more than the Oculus Rift, which people were clamoring it was exuberantly expensive to begin with. And a lot of people are saying that this is the end of VR, that it's just too expensive, that not enough people are going to adopt it, and then, well, rest in peace VR. But then, on the horizon, we see a hero, and its name is Samsung. Samsung just announced today that they're releasing, well, the Galaxy S7. Nobody was surprised by that. But additionally, they're also releasing something they're calling the Samsung 360, which is kind of like the Samsung Gear VR, where it's phone-based virtual reality. This is pretty cool because what it allows people to do is that you can actually, with this, film 360-degree video. And I think that this might just be the push that VR needs, because before, developing and creating things and content for the VR was really hard because it would require a lot of budget and it probably wasn't worth it anyways. But this will allow users to generate their own content, even just in the form of videos, which should increase the adoption rates of VR. In addition, mobile VR is already cheaper, and adding the user-based content and other cool videos that people can make now with it will really up the variety of content. So maybe, just maybe, VR might be saved. Now time for YouTube news. The internet loves reaction videos, and well, one of the hottest videos of today has been BuzzFeed's video where they have Australians reacting to drinking American shots of liquor. And this one was actually pretty fun. I'm going to read you my favorite quote from this. For the most part, they seem to really like it, but one Australian man said, "It's like Ronald McDonald cum in my mouth." So go ahead, watch it, and tell me what you think. So if you didn't know, a petition a while back was started to have Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool in the character of Deadpool. So basically, Deadpool host SNL. The petition was so popular, it actually made it to the front page of Reddit. So in the most Deadpool way, Ryan Reynolds released leaked audio of him dissing SNL. It seems like this was also kind of to poke fun at the SNL audio from when Kanye West was on, where he completely dissed Taylor Swift. And if you haven't seen it, you should just check it out, because Deadpool, or Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, is pretty much taking over the entire internet with the release of his smash box office hit Deadpool. The fact that it outsold all the rated R movies ever in history should tell you how good it is. Last up is probably one of the greatest videos that I've seen in a while, which is a video of a man, shirtless, not even talking, just showing you how to make charcoal. It's by a channel called Primitive Technology, and it's filled with videos of just showing you how to do stuff like you're a freaking caveman. Even watching this video is probably going to put hairs on your chest, whether you're a guy or a girl. And it secretly kind of increased my internal desire to go out into the wild and just live there like a caveman and build my own civilization. And in sad news, the police of Jacksonville, Mississippi, who were recently involved with a shooting where 4 officers were found dead, it was discovered that they would not let the mother of the shooter talk to the shooter, despite being in contact with the shooter for over 6 hours. This is really disheartening, and could it have made a difference? Who can really say, but it was probably at least worth trying. The fact that they didn't even try to put the mother on the phone and the police were in contact with them so long, maybe, just maybe, something could have been done, and that could have made all the difference for the families of those who were lost. Of course, now that another shooting's happening, we kind of have to talk about gun control. And the only thing I'm going to say is that something needs to be done. Whether you believe that the United States should take a page out of Sweden's book and make all adult males carry a gun at all times to ensure the safety of all the civilians, or if you just want guns to be illegal completely, something needs to happen. And I can't tell you what it is, but regardless, the fact remains that we need change. As always, links to everything we've talked about will be down below in the description. I've been the News, and this has been fun. Tell me in the comments if you believe in the future of VR, or is it just some sort of passing fad that we're all going to remember 10 years from now, kind of like the Virtual Boy, or Rob, God forbid, or even the Game Boy printer. Yeah, that was a thing. Go look it up. Remember to like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and share with your friends. The more the merrier. Thank you for staying up to date with all the latest news, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Where it's phone-based virtual reality.